All right, you clicked this video for a reason. You want to know how to get clients. That's actually the #1 question I get asked. If I post a video on YouTube, one of the first questions I get in the comments is, how do you get clients? I post a picture of a light on IG. Hey, that's a great light. How do you get your clients? I'm just walking down the street and some random person bumps into me and they're like, oh, it's Peter. Hey, how do you get clients? And you know what? I totally get it. We could all use more clients, whether we're a freelancer starting out or we have a production company. But you may be surprised at these tips and tricks on how to get more clients and how simple it is to do so. I'm Peter Mokri, a Dallas-based DP and Gaffer, and in today's video, I'm going to show you what I do to get more clients and not only land the big clients, but land a variety of clients that keep my schedule booked up. Let's get into it. When it comes to getting new clients, perception is everything. Do you happen to have a friend or an acquaintance or know a family member that's always begging for money, always begging for work, that just gets annoying to the point where you just don't even want to work with them or associate with them? Versus someone that's posting their projects, posting their results, has a positive attitude? Which one would you choose to work with? Well, that's something that you have to keep in mind when you're also online and showing stuff. Now, there are plenty of people that want to work. There are days that are available, but if you go online and say, oh my gosh, I'm open this whole week. I'm ready to be hired. I'm open these days. Hire me. I really need to pay rent. Hire me, hire me, hire me. Guess what? More than likely, people are just going to push you off to the side and not hire you. There must be a reason that you're constantly asking and begging for work. Now, the person that's keeping a positive attitude, that's staying in their lane and doing their very best, well, you know what? They're probably going to get hired over you. And that's just the reality of things. Now, recently, I did a video about white label and what white label means and how that can get you client work. I'll link that down in the description and maybe it'll pop up right here. But another alternative is getting your own clients and building up your own client base. And that's something that's really important because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and you want to get clients from a variety of methods. So if a certain method or system dries up, guess what? You have alternate options and you have a variety of clients reaching out to you constantly to hire you. Whether you're selling a service or a product, you need to provide value to your clients. And that also applies when you're marketing yourself or promoting yourself. You need to provide value to the people that are seeing your content or your ads. Now, if you just say, hire me, hire me, hire me, that's really not providing any value. But if you show someone a really cool behind the scenes photo or something, that could provide value for someone because first of all, they can see the value of what you bring to the table, but they could also learn from it. And they may not be a customer right then and there, but down the road and in the future, they could become a customer and that value has converted them into a client. So one of the first places I actually was able to develop my clients and find clients when I first started my career was Facebook. And I know some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, Facebook is for old people, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Old people have money and old people, they like to spend money sometimes. So maybe tap into that market. So get a Facebook account and then make your way over to local groups and industry related groups. Back in the day, there were a lot of people that were in forums and they dominated spaces and niches. And now that's converted over to Facebook groups. I'll link a couple down below for you to join to help grow. Now, if there aren't any in your area, guess what? Start a group. The in the middle of nowhere Facebook industry group, production group, videography group, film group, whatever you want to call it, get it going and invite some of your peers and let that grow. And soon enough, you'll have a great source to promote everything related to the industry in the area and get work as a result of it. And remember, don't just post up, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work. Well, guess what? That's not going to work. Let's go back in time. Do you remember a time back in 2020 when everything shifted? The whole world just kind of went into chaos. Well, guess what? So did our industry. And at that time, I was depending on one agency client or production company to give me the majority of my work. And guess what? it dried up quick. It's almost like putting all your eggs in one basket. You've heard that saying, but let me give you a different perspective. Imagine investing all your money into one stock and then one day that stock just crashes. Well, guess what? Your bank account, it's going to crash too if you rely on just one client. So around that time, I did something. I shifted and got prepared to do a lot more on marketing myself. And just around the tail end of that whole chaotic time, I decided to start a YouTube channel. So if you're watching this right now, you could be a prospective client for me, or we've already worked together, because you know what? I've actually gotten some work from viewers like you. I know this isn't PBS, but hey, guess what? Your viewership does matter and it makes a huge difference in my business. But remember what I said, you have to provide value. You have to give something in return. If it's just take, you know what? You're not gonna stick around and watch. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for you to comment down below. So what are you gonna comment? Well, here's an idea. How about all you folks that are watching right now? Let's start promoting each other. So comment your social media handles down in the comments below. And if you have a little more finger strength, give us a click on that subscribe button. Let's get back into it. This one's going to hurt. Go ahead and take a seat. Make sure you're in a safe and secure place, because I may ruffle some feathers. So this next step is in-person networking. Now I know it's scary, guys. It's scary. We're so used to living in these caves we've developed where we get to hide in there, edit and create, and never go out in public. I mean, some of you probably just order all your food in and never step out the door. But listen, we're all business owners here. We're trying to get more clients. Unless your client is a DoorDash driver and you don't ever set foot outside your home, you're likely not going to connect with the clients you need. Now, some of them we're connecting with on YouTube and on Facebook, but you know what? In-person interactions matter now more than ever, especially because of the chaos of 2020. You can make a bigger impact in person than you can ever make online. So if there's an opportunity for a Chamber of Commerce networking event or an event at a studio, there's a ton of events that are happening, or there's no events happening in your area. Guess what? It's easy to set one up. Hey guys, we're gonna meet up at this location and we're just gonna talk shop. Now, being there in person and communicating with people can get people to get to know you as a person, find out about your family, your hobbies, your interests, and what you can provide them as a service or a product. And that's really important. You may not realize it all the time, but every person you come in contact with is a potential client. You never know when a regular relationship or interaction can grow into something more and they can become a client of yours. So always keep that in mind. Around this time last year, I came across an opportunity where I had some free time and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make the trip to Las Vegas and go to NAB. What was I going to do there? Well, the channel was growing and I was thinking, you know what? I could interact with brands and make some connections and maybe get some sponsorship or product that I could show off on the channel. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cash out my miles, cash out my points, and take advantage of the opportunity. But something greater happened. I didn't just interact with brands, but I was able to meet with other professionals like myself, even fellow YouTubers that are doing the same thing I am. Doing that and then meeting my audience and viewers as well gave me the opportunity to expand, because when I met some of the people there at NAB, they were able to meet me in person and interact with me. And soon enough, when they come to Dallas, they're like, hey, Peter, we're gonna hire you. It was great meeting you at NAB. And that just blew my mind. I wasn't ready for that. So guess what? I'm going back to NAB this year. I'll be there Sunday through Wednesday. So if you want to connect, let me know down in the comments below or shoot me a message or an email and I'll do my best to meet up with you. And if you do see me out on the floor, even if I'm talking to a brand or anyone like that, just know you're my first priority, because without viewers like you, this channel would not exist. Let me know if you recognize this. Welcome to another Cart Chronicles. Well, if you follow my IG, you've probably heard that a few times, and that brings me to my next point, Instagram. So I was one that didn't believe in Instagram. I was like, you know what? It's where all the youngins hang out. You're not going to get any work from it. Well, NAB changed that for me. And let me explain why. So when I was at NAB, I noticed that a lot of brands were partnering with creators that had a huge presence on Instagram, but nothing really on Facebook or YouTube, which was where I was promoting most of my content and my work. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start pushing Instagram harder. So within a year, I started gaining pretty good results. Now, I don't have a huge following there, so if you're not following the IG, well, go give it a follow. But some of my videos were reaching 30, 40, 50, 100,000, 200,000, 250,000 views. For someone that only had 5,000 to 6,000 followers, that's really good. And brands started to notice. But not only brands, but people started hiring me from seeing my content on Instagram. And you know what? It's paying off. It all comes down to value. You must provide value to your audience and to your prospective clients. And that's really important. Myself personally, I'm having to film this video, edit it, and get it out in the morning. Why am I doing it? Well, I want to provide value to you, the audience, and hopefully in return, I could get something back, whether it's prospective client work or the nickel at the end of the day that YouTube pays me. Well, I'd be lucky if I got a nickel from YouTube, but that's a different story. So provide the value to your audience, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever the case may be. You want to provide the value to your audience, and in return, hopefully you come across that client that wants to hire you. Now, for you to provide me value, if you really feel like it, well, a comment would be great, maybe a like, a subscribe, or even something crazier, a hype. If you don't know how to hype, Google it and hype this video. I'd really appreciate it. And YouTube always says, click on all these random videos, because if you don't, we're just all going to be disappointed. We're all going to be unhappy. So just click on it. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.